Hi, my name is Jennifer Ordonez, and for my social justice issue speech, I'll be talking about the violence against women in Argentina. Um, so just imagine a day where women just stopped what they were doing. They walked out of their houses, stopped taking care of the house. Women just walked out of their house, their work, um, and just stop doing their errands, stop taking care of their children, their husbands, their priorities work. That's what happened in Argentina on October 16, 2016. It was around noon. Every woman in Argentina walked out from their work, from their houses to begin their march called Ni Una Menos. Ni una menos in English means not one woman less. It was the protest. They started this because the women in Argentina are suffering from violence, and they just was trying to make a point or trying to show what would happen if there was just no more women left in Argentina or anywhere. And I believe this is important for us to know because the inequality that the women in Argentina are going through is happening and everywhere else in the world. It is happening even in our own city states. In the article in the New York Times by Newbery, published on October 19, 2016, talks about a girl named Lucia Perez. Lucia Perez was drugged, raped, and murdered by two men on October 8th, 2016. And she was left outside a hospital dressed and stuff to make it seem like she just had an overdose. Lucia Perez was one of the 19 women that were actually killed in the first couple weeks of October. And before this brutal strings of murders and before the protest, Argentina's president, Mauricio Macri, says he was going to fight and reduce the violence against women, hotline, monitoring abusers and shelters. But that wasn't taking that seriously, so that is why Ni Una Menos March started, because the women had enough. Have had enough. The first call to protest was through a local radio. They were saying, "Women, are we not going to raise our voices? They are killing us." It started by 20 women who were artists, journalists, and activists. A lot of that violence has to do with women not having freedom. If women usually don't work, so they don't really have a say in things because of this word in Spanish called machismo. Machismo is a very cultural Hispanic Latin thing. Machismo is a guy who's just in control of everything. He's in charge of everything. He is the man of the house. So because women don't work and the guy does, so it's just the guy usually just always everything that he says goes. I guess a personal experience that I have is my parents. I'm not saying that my mom is not getting abused from my dad, to be clear, but she doesn't work. So usually things that big important things, my dad is the one that decides because he's the one that has the money, he works, right? So that's just kind of like a little experience about what machismo is. Again, I'm saying that he's like super strict, super mean to my mom. No, it's just that in the household where the woman doesn't work, doesn't really get to decide much because the guy or the man in the house is the one that works. But usually, culturally, women do suffer because of this. The authorities are not protecting the woman. Lucia Perez and all these brutal strings of murders was the cause of Ni Una Menos March. Many other organizations that were created and riots. And then the graph that I will have, it shows how like Argentina is, because of these brutal streams, because of this being more normal now, the graph is rising very dramatically, and that's not what we want.